There is a argument for this. There's an argument for this reading about him doing it deliberately. Don't care. Don't care. Boring legal jargon. It's totally demented to put the DGGL. Now, finally, guys, you can stop spazzing out. We're going to read the Destiny response. This is a 35-year-old man quoting Doge memes in 2025. Very cool. Traumatized. Traumatized. Absolutely traumatized. Women can just go live and collect money if they've got enough public recognition. $147 in installments. I'd already shown a willingness to make things right. Dude, but you... Okay. But just going... I want to make it better. I want to make it better. Okay, dude. So Pxie posted a statement. On November 29th, the streamer Destiny non-consensually shared my nudes, making me a victim of revenge porn. I'll be suing him in federal court. Here's my story. Wow, great. Why is this using tiny URL? Be serious. Using tiny URL for your allegations? Okay, did we read this whole thing? Is this all we need? Did we read... Oh, sorry. Did we read this whole thing in that video? It was an older version. Okay. I will be suing Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II. On November 29th, I learned that the streamer Destiny non-consensually shared pornographic content of me online. My dignity, peace of mind, and hopes of future were stripped away in a mere matter of seconds following the betrayal of someone I previously trusted. I am at least the third person he's done this to. I hope to be the last. I will not be commenting on the experience of the other woman he has hurt, as it is not my place or story to tell. I will, however, share my story in the hopes of preventing this from occurring again. I've known Destiny for around 5 to 6 years now, and often find myself in very heavy disagreement with him. Despite this, I do my best to see the best sides of all people, trying my hardest to spread positivity and create understanding where I can. It's corny, but I want to meet people where they are and focus on ways in which we can build bridges together towards a better future for everyone. Some people call this a fault of mine. They claim I was naive. I should be more careful. Those people are right. When I was 19, over 5 years ago, I was extremely sexually inexperienced and sheltered, being severely terrified of leading someone on, or SA. I thought I could trust Destiny, who I had multiple long conversations with regarding consent and boundaries. So you can imagine my surprise when I discover, imagine my shock, okay, my discovery distributed pornographic content to me without my consent. Yes, you read that right. Stephen Kenneth Destiny. Why did I add Destiny? Stephen Kenneth. I'm gonna add the Destiny. Okay, Stephen Kenneth Destiny Bonnell II sent pornographic content of me to a random 19-year-old e-girl disco kitten whom he had never met before. I think she published it to the whole world. We don't know that happened, but sure. Rest assured, despite me having never met her, he at least spoke to her plenty of times on the phone. Oh, there shouldn't be no. I'm so sorry, there's literally zero excuse. I had phone calls and stuff with this person who were fairly close to me. It's worthless to say at this point, but I'm super sorry, there's literally no excuse. I won't confirm anything about them. If there's any particular action or thing I can do, just let me know. Dude, I really trusted them. I really trusted them. Okay, I know it wasn't with your consent, but I really trusted them. Dude, what the do you on about? This is some random you've literally never met. And you are sending non-consensual videos. Not ones that they've said you can share. Non-consensual ones. Even sending ones that they've said you could share would probably be crazy in this situation. They probably wouldn't be okay with it going to a person like this. They'd probably be like, yo, maybe not like the random 19-year-olds on Discord, though. Maybe not those ones. Maybe just keep it to like people you know in real life. But no, this is to a random retard, random non-consensual images and videos. That's insane. Which, yeah, I mean, so it's not like this is the only person he's ever sent this stuff to. Let's be serious. Yes, you read that right. Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II sent pornographic content. Yep, saw this. Of course, is what he says happened. I think it's just like he used her as a proxy to widely distribute this material while claiming deniability. Okay, this is like so retarded. If she knew she was being filmed, I don't feel bad for her. Are you fucking retarded? If you don't want people to see your nudes, don't take nudes. You are okay. You are retarded. Okay, genuinely retarded. That's like a 24-hour easy. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. I'll unban you. Okay. Discord.gg/Kuihman. Join the waiting room. I'll unban you. I told Sunday I'm putting more of a call out, and he started leaking instantly them out. Yeah, because he's just that guy. He is that guy. That's why he's the guy. Okay. Sunday owns you. Okay. So, I think there is a argument for this. There's an argument for this reading about him doing it deliberately. I think with all the stuff about him saying about how, oh, I hope someone blackmails me, and all this stuff in those DMs, there's an argument here that I can see. And if you take the Mr. Girl doc, you certainly make an argument as well. So, But what I think is happening here is I think this is put in by a lawyer, basically. I think this is a lawyer saying basically this is to try and have Destiny on the hook for like the public dissemination, right? I think this is probably what's happening here, is a lawyer is told to put something like this in. Yeah. I do not understand why Destiny would knowingly and willingly put me in a position where I would receive non-stop sexual abuse and harassment. If we believe him, he was trying to embrace a barely legal teenage using my body and privacy. I mean, that's true. The betrayal, coupled with hundreds of messages I've received filled with sexual harassment and abuse, have left me feeling hopeless and devoid of almost all happiness. The only thing that's kept me going is the hope that I can bring this man to justice and have him face legal consequences for his actions. For the past month, I've been speaking to lawyers about my situation and the best course of action. I'll be suing him for violating U.S. Federal Code 15, subsection fucking 6851, civil action relating to disclosure of internet images. Okay, don't care. Don't care. Boring legal jargon. I have been told a court case like this could potentially cost over tens of thousands of dollars. I am terrified. I mean, this guy talks about potentially suing Hassan.
That's really interesting that Destiny also said he was an out and about Nazi, because it didn't seem like he had any issues basically platforming Sam Hyde when Sam Hyde was talking about how he wanted to murder me.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up. You're such a baby, dude. I didn't actually know back then if Sam Hyde was like a full-on Nazi or not. I didn't know 100%. There was still like a little bit of doubt in my mind. I wasn't sure. But then when I started watching some of his like his serious podcast stuff, I was like, oh shit, this guy is like a super Nazi. This is in 2022. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards maybe him being a Nazi, but I didn't think I didn't know at this point. I didn't really 100% think he was. It's funny because you can tell actually that I don't know that he's a Nazi, because I don't really
yeah, that seems like capping crazy.
I don't challenge him on like any Nazi tier stuff. I don't know if I even ask about it. Did I ask about the journalist stuff? This was before the boxing match too.
Yeah, you got anyone you want to?
This was in August 27th, and I chatted with him. Oh, I chatted with him before this. Oh, so this was even before the Hassan shit. Hassan lies so much. Oh my God. Jesus. Also, just as a thing, like people like Bad Empanada like have actually tried to have me killed. Although we don't care about Bad Empanada because now he's based because Hassan uses him to attack me and anybody else he doesn't like. I guess Loner Box for a while. But he was trying to like tweet it like
Empanada is trying like dude, people need to figure this out, okay? There's something that happens where if you describe like a terrible action in like a blunt enough way, it just makes them sound really cool. There needs to be a better way of communicating, like, this person's doing something bad that isn't just like, this guy tried to get me killed. Whoa.
Like tweet at like Hamas or whatever, or tagging like terrorist Twitter accounts while me and Lonerbox were in Israel and in the West Bank.
Platforming Sam Hyde, talking about murdering me with Sam Hyde, saying he would fund it.
I said I would fund Sam Hyde murdering you? What did I actually say in this? I'll fund you murdering Hassan?
I have to fight Hassan Piker. You know who that is?
Why do you hate Hassan so much? Jesus. So Hassan boxing match. You've got another match. Is there like a dream collaboration you have? Is there like somebody like, obviously aside from your favorite character, iDubbbz, is there somebody that you like really want to do something with if you have the opportunity to?
Yeah, I have to fight Hassan Piker. You know who that is?
That's my arch nemesis. You have no idea. Okay. I created Hassan 2 years ago on Twitch, but yeah.
All jokes aside, I know that you guys are not going to take me seriously when I say this stuff because it's like better to fuel drama or whatever. But when I joined Twitch for the first time, I had a very specific goal in mind.
Oh, back in August, he's put in effort. And he sources
True,
things.
actually.
Like
True,
Hassan
actually.
Piker, you know who that is?
Wait, but why didn't they timestamp this? Okay, Pxie, timestamp your rape allegation next time, please. Thank you. Talks about potentially suing Hassan as if for fun, and Hassan actually has the resources to defend himself. I can't imagine what he might try to do to me in this process. Sometimes I wonder if he does this as an intimidation tactic. I wonder if he is purposefully trying to put fear into my heart when he casually talks about throwing money into a lawsuit with a multimillionaire who can fight back. So if it's an indirect thought / warning over his capability of outspending me whatever legal case I throw at him. Request my friends, I've been encouraged to link my give, send, go regarding this case so we can raise enough money for me to legally succeed. It's totally demented to put the DGGL here. Goal 25k, raised 3k. Well, whoever the next Joe Rogan or left is, it cannot be someone that crosses... Okay. It cannot be someone that crosses sexual boundaries, violates consent, puts all women's well-being and safety at risk. It cannot be someone who puts women in positions where they will be sexually abused and guys, can we... The audacity is calling. God, I wish it was anyone but Pxie writing this, pretty much. Anyone else writing this. Just give this job to Erin. Just say, Erin, can you write my statement for me? It cannot be someone who puts women in positions where they'll be sexually abused and harassed. It concerns me that Destiny's been interviewing potential DNC chair candidates such as Marianne Williamson or Martin O'Malley, who have no idea of what he's done. As time passes, he tries to position himself to have interviews with increasingly powerful figures such as Zelensky, can't but filled with fear. Destiny might continue to succeed despite facing no repercussions for his actions. The Democratic Party wishes to succeed in the future. Cannot be a party that accepts the sexual exploitation of women. It cannot be a party that allows men like Destiny to break into the mainstream. For allowing him to have access to such spaces would be a direct endorsement of his behavior. I have been told the payout might not be worth the harassment attention I receive. In an ideal world, I would do this privately, but I've been told there is no realistic way the court will grant me anonymity. This means my only option is public. I've been told by a variety of people to not go public. I've been told by some people that Stephen really does feel sorry, but I'm not inclined to believe them, especially when taking into consideration his actions regarding me, regardless of what Destiny is unacceptable. I believe he will do this again, unless he faces justice. Let me be clear, Destiny has violated law, federal law, and his transgressions against me. He has violated my consent, and is directly responsible for the sexual abuse I received. I am terrified. Evidence log. So apologizing, saw this one, downplaying. It's more complicated than that. I think there's no justice what's been done. I felt people the rest of my life could try and send to my family, workplace, or wherever I go. I felt extremely violated to how people saw me non-consensual in a vulnerable position. But people are always going to use this as proof I slept my way into whatever achievement I garner. But it's evidence that everything would be better with me gone. I think the number of people who know or even keep up with it enough to go after you on this is probably almost zero. I think people hate others involved, me, Lauren, Nick, lol, way more, and it overshadows everything a lot more. As for any achievements or anything like that, the majority of the work and stuff you've done has been completely independent from me anyway. So the only people who would say anything like that are the people who would have said shit like that anyway and aren't worth the time. This feels super lame. I don't imply that somehow just giving you the money helps anything or go away or fix everything for you. But if you have bills or owe money or on anything or have financial stuff I can help with, I can at the very least chip in and help with any of that. So at least one less thing you have to worry about or stress over while you're worrying getting through this. Okay. Just shut up, Pxie. Shut up, Pxie. Okay. Oh, Mr. Go was right. Top comment. There's a lot of this going around. A lot of this going around. Where's Dan? I don't see Dan. Okay, so now, finally, guys, you can stop spazzing out. We're going to read the Destiny response. So let's see. Destiny has responded on his subreddit to these allegations. Okay. Legal luck beginning in mysterious ways. Such wow. This is a 35-year-old man quoting Doge memes in 2025. Very cool. Sometime in November, extremely sensitive and personal material of mine was leaked. This affected not only me, but many people in my personal life, I want to be clear. The leak happened without my knowledge, consent, or authorization. I never had an intention for any of these images to be published. I haven't spoken out publicly regarding the situation for a few reasons. 1. I'm actively pursuing criminal and civil litigation on these matters against multiple parties. 2. I'm speaking publicly about these materials brings more attention to them, which harms all the victims involved. Okay. Well, not anymore, because now the victims come out, right? I wonder who multiple parties are. So, Solo? Do we think KF? Do we think Sunday? Who are the multiple parties? I've been trying to move on from covering drama content as it had an increasingly negative impact on those in my life, because you're like a kind of shitty guy. I'm very avoidant and don't want to deal with any of it, so it just gets worse and worse for everyone around you. Yeah, no shit. One person involved has expressed suicidal thoughts in relation to the matter. I did not want to exacerbate the situation by talking about it publicly. Okay. Dude, we get it, you hate Destiny. Dude, what are you even responding to? We're covering Destiny drama. We're covering Destiny being accused of revenge porn. Credibly accused of revenge porn. I'm just giving you my thoughts, so please explain to me what you think I said wrong. I'm waiting. Christopher Weaver, we are waiting for you to explain what you think I said wrong that betrays an unreasonable dislike of Destiny. Christopher? I'm gonna call you CJ. Youngblood. No, your name's CJ. Christopher? That's a white name. Yo, Youngblood. What you know about it? Your extra comments are goofy like, yes man, Destiny bad, whoa. What do you mean extra comments? You haven't said which one. Okay, instantly banned. 24 hours. Join the Discord if you want to be unbanned. You're a Destiny fan, you know how this works. Because there are now multiple people involved in litigation. It is unlikely I'll be able to answer any questions until pending litigation has been resolved. That said, though I am limited in what I can say, it is important that people know about my recent communications with and regarding Pxie, someone who I was friends with and collaborated with on many occasions. Since the leaks were first circulated, Pxie had stressed to me that keeping things out of the public eye was important to her. I've always said I would do my best not to confirm or publicize anything, and I kept my word. Yeah, because it looks fucking terrible for you, obviously. One last question. You and Keemstar are friends, right? I don't. Okay. Pxie might be even dumber than I thought. That's crazy. Slash, did you know this was pinned to drama alert? Rumor, Destiny porn just leaked online. Pray for the timeline. Absolutely not friends I'm out. I don't think he likes me at all. Rip, I hope there was something, there'd be a way to get the post removed through their own volition, but I guess not, since anything other than that would put more spotlight. You're obviously free to say, so just do whatever you want, but I'm not going to talk about anything specifically. I'll never confirm, such deny any of the people in the videos, such images, or say any names or anything like that, of course. You think you're the drink, bitch? Yeah, even the cup. Okay. Let me know when you figure this stuff out with a lawyer. Also, if you have any discreet requests or specific things you want / need from me, let me know. You got severely fucked over in this, though absolutely no fault of your own, okay? And yeah, working today to file stuff. Nina reached out to law firms and we're waiting for responses back for filing police reports, grab court orders and stuff. If you can, I can put you in direct contact with Nina, or you can message her directly as well to check on this or verify this stuff. Just got off the phone with her an hour ago. I don't want to testify or be named or anything. As far as people ask me, I'm saying it's a look-alike and I have markable differences in my breasts to prove it. Yeah, okay, that'll work, Pxie. Great plan, Pxie. Great plan. See why you're going to law school, Pxie. Bright young mind. Okay. Yeah, okay. I haven't confirmed / denied anything at all publicly, and I will never do so. And I'll double check with you before anything ever gets mentioned in a police report or court order or anything. I don't foresee this as being a thing, but just in case. Please don't tell anyone privately either if they ask if it's actually me or not. 100% no one's messaging to confirm or deny or anything like that except when Aaron / Straighterade message me. Sounds good. Do you think you'll try to go criminally off the person or not? I assume you can subpoena key files for account information, maybe even IP address, go from there if you desire, or maybe feel like just too much attention to it. I've obviously no idea. Waiting for this law firm to confirm a call with me, I think. Also, I said I won't do anything in terms of filing civil stuff or making criminal complaints without checking with you first. On December 11th, I received a message from a mutual acquaintance named Lauren Hayden. This is Lauren De Laguna. Known online as Lauren De Laguna. As a legal background, Lauren had a negative sentiment toward me after I rejected her romantic advances earlier in the year. Okay, yeah, this line doesn't fly, man. She was throwing out some pretty heavy accusations against you that line up with this stuff. He's not claiming it's a hack, only a leak in this statement. One more dot to connect. Yeah, you can't. When she's throwing out, she said Destiny records people without consent. That's what she said in his bedroom. He records people without consent, and there's now pretty good evidence that he does that kind of thing. Very good evidence he does that kind of thing. Almost bolted on. There's admissions of him saying, "I had my phone in my pocket to record a grinder hookup." That's what he said. So this doesn't really fly, dude. She just wanted to fuck me. She just wanted to fuck me. And I turned it down. So she just wanted to date me. So I turned it down. So she went crazy. You don't get to do that. I understand she has organized a fundraiser to support Pxie's lawsuit against me. I assume she's been counseling Pxie on how to proceed. Percentage chance. This is what Erudite has been vague posting about, saying that she hates women who gas each other up, that gaslight each other. Percentage chance. That's exactly what Erudite's talking about every time she says that phrase.
Wait, so now that Pxie has gone public, will Nick and Chud cover this?
What you did was evil. I've never hated anyone so much. Okay. That same day, I received a message from Pxie where she suggested she would create a post about me that would go live after she... Okay, this concerned me greatly. I genuinely believed she was still in mental anguish following the leak weeks earlier. I responded in earnest, doing what I could to reassure her and letting her know that she had every right to pursue the legal course of action. At no stage was trying to convince her otherwise. It's a highly emotionally volatile time. My main concern was her well-being. Hi, Steven. Be careful. Life is unfair, but you should... Okay, so she's like literally suicide baiting. Thank you, Herbie, for the 5 gifted memberships. I mean, yeah, this is total schizo behavior, obviously. Hold up, what's up? I'm just tired of living. It's a matter of time to my family discovers what happened. I thought there's no way to obtain justice. I don't want a case against you. You continue sending you to people without their consent. Bring a case against you when going public, which is equivalent of a death sentence for me either way. So I feel the best thing to do is make to myself schedule a post detailing my feelings on what happened and trying to ensure a situation like this doesn't happen again. I'm not going to at this second. I'm trying to get some things in order before everything. But I don't see a future where I survive for much longer. It's better to end things sooner than later and stop the pain than later to continue. I bet it's hard for me to give you advice, as I'm obviously implicated in everything. But oh, so this is missing. That was missing context. She was suicide baiting. But I mean, I don't know. She's not a perfect victim. This is literally the perfect victim, the not a perfect victim shit. Like, you still did something crazy fucked up, whether she was saying she was gonna herself or not. I feel like it's hard for me to give you advice. I'm obviously implicating everything, but I say some of the following things. Things start surprisingly fast. There might always be a couple random losers online, but move on to the next thing. Outside some losers on Kiwi farms and irrelevant content people who fade away in a year or two. Inevitably, stuff fades away. There are people who were big online a few years ago that people can barely find traces of anymore. Stefan Molyneux is a good example. Every legal option available to you, you can always pursue stuff, and there are special civil and criminal prosecutions that even shield your name from being released. You can always do free consultations with litigation firms to check with stuff like that. For obvious reasons, you should take the things I'm saying with a grain of salt and pursue and check out all these things on your own. You have accomplished a ton of things in the past couple of years. When I met you a few years ago, you were yo-yoing like crazy between ultra, ideation, thoughts, being hung up on a weird guy, feeling aimless after getting your college degrees. We've done a ton of work this year with PV, moved to and survived in Miami all on your own, branched out into new content and made friends across communities. It would be super shitty to not follow through for a couple more years at least and see where you could continue to push things. I'm not necessarily saying it's malicious at all. Thank you for the 10 gifted Ryan Thomas, hugely appreciated. Thank you. Max cancelled the counterpoints into it. What? What? Fuck! A few hours later, I messaged a mutual friend, Straighterade, who I knew to be particularly close with Pxie. We tried to figure out the best way forward in terms of making things right, or as right as they could be for Pxie. In that conversation, we spoke about things I could do to alleviate the toll on Pixie's mental health. Surprised she told you she didn't respond to this, or did she delete it? No, she responded and deleted it, I didn't see, but I'm pretty sure she didn't respond. She's not doing well, and she made all the wrong moves in response to this. It's hard to do nothing and not reply to people. I don't think she's done anything too bad or anything. Like, just privating her stuff for a bit was fine. People have sent me stuff she said to them in DM. She's denying it in private and DMing people stop talking about her because it's not her. Oh, well, I mean, if it's helping her process stuff or whatever, it's okay. Unless it's blowing, she's just blowing it up, make it worse or something. She went into spicy chat and said their comments make her want to herself a few days ago. She had told me she would do it if her parents found out because I suggested reaching out to family members that could be trusted to give her emotional support, but she's not really talking to people. And messaged me, ask if I heard anything from her because she hasn't been messaging. Destiny replies to the spicy chat one. This is bad, yeah. Traumatized. Absolutely traumatized. Then I messaged her tonight, and that's when she thinks that's what she needs to do. Well, fuck. I feel stupid going over there or asking her to just hang out for obvious reasons, but I don't really know what else I can do from even the person can offer support. Don't know how she views you. When she told me, I wondered if I should tell you and ask for help, but if she sees you as an abuser, it seems like the ultimate betrayal to do that. Same with telling her family if she's explicitly said she can't rely on them for support. Like, I'd rather have her pissed off at me for life but alive, but I also don't know how to intervene. She doesn't seem manic, but I have no training to really make that judgment. But a wellness check seems like I do fuck all because she just act normal, get them to go away, and they won't commit her on my word alone. I told her similar things that you told her, and that she really speaks to a therapist about this. She said she hasn't done that. Why not? What? Okay, whatever. I took Straightrade's suggestions and presented them to Pxie. I explicitly offered to help her financially, having had it communicated to me that she was also under financial pressure while dealing with this matter. Pxie responded, stating that whatever price she would ask for would be too high and result in making her feel worse. It's an older screenshot from our conversation. It appears she has since deleted only that message as it's no longer in our current conversation history. But whatever I asked you to cover would be too high a price too, and then I'm going to feel even worse over it. I mean, I don't know what deleting this message really does. I don't even know why Pxie would delete that message. I skipped some messages? Where? These two at the top. We've already read all these. All these around it. Thank you for $5. I don't know what deleting this does. I've read everything on this page. I've skipped what messages? How would I miss some that are below? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban this retard. Nope, you're a mid poster. You suck. You are awful in spicy chat too. You're gone. 24 hours. If someone else with like above 70 IQ can figure out what messages I've missed, if I've missed anything, feel free to tell me in full. I don't know what deleting this message does. I don't know what deleting this message does. Okay? I don't know what including it does. I don't know what deleting it does. I don't know why we would care about this. This same sentiment is expressed elsewhere. We already know she was talking about $1 million. Oh, I see. These ones. This is why you type in full sentences. That's why you type in full sentences. Then you don't get banned for being a mid-poster, okay? So guys, remember, type in full sentences. Very, very important in chat. I don't know how much framing all of this has in terms of relative harm helps. We're all egocentric, so even if that's true, I wonder if it's getting through to her. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know what else to do. Dollars fucking offered to pay to cover her therapy or some shit. I don't know her employment situation, but I think it's good. You really think so? I have zero problem with that, but it feels super ultra scummy, or like I'm trying to buy off her feelings or something, but obviously I 1,000%, a million percent would do this. Yes, I really think so. She mentioned pursuing a case against you in that first screenshot you sent me. This isn't a crime. It's punishable with jail, as far as I know. So unless she thought it did, or some other punitive measure she felt would deter you, I'm going to assume she was considering it for financial damages. What do you think would be an appropriate way of approaching her about that? Well, which is probably extremely difficult to prove in her case. She's not a high-profile micro-celebrity, and you didn't leak it maliciously. You didn't even leak it at all. You distributed it non-consensually. Yeah, I know. I looked into it for obvious reasons, just to be sure, but I don't really care much about the legal side of it or whatever. Obviously, I have severely, at the very least, psychologically damaged her. Covering therapy or whatever is a minimum. I have no problem with helping her out or sending money for anything as a form of reparation. I just don't want it to come off as like, hey, bitch, lol, I know I violated your trust in the worst way ever, but here's some money, have fun. So, I mean, he basically, even in his message, he admits that he violated her trust in, like, the worst way ever. Dude. Being honest and front-loading it with genuinely not being able to rectify it neutrally because of the obvious conflict of interest, but you'd like to try something you do if it would help for her therapy costs for sure. Very feeling generous things to do with the law school pursuits, like year one or something. Don't know how far you're willing to help, but I see it as an offering her something to look forward to in her immediate future. That is a goal she's working towards in the midst of all this. Be a reminder, her life isn't over because it's not even close. What law school was she looking to go to? Is money the only thing stopping her from going or something? I'm not sure, but she owes me $147. Is having to pay it back to me in installments because she can't afford the payment all at once. Bro, I didn't realize all these people are so broke. How are all these people so broke? Okay, let me get this straight. Pxie has no job, no money, and has not put out a piece of content in months. Like, why? Literally, why not just stream? Why not just stream? Don't say that, three-toed, okay? Too far. But women can just go live and collect money if they've got enough public recognition. $147 in installments. I know she was studying for the LSAT, but if she has a school in mind, she didn't mention it to me. I assume it's something online or in state. $147. Yeah, because when I moved, we split the podcast equipment. And it was divided in such a way that she took more equipment than I did, so she's paying me the difference. Thank you for the $4.99. I even kept the couch we bought, even though the movers broke, so I had to toss it. But I didn't want to ask her for $250 on top of that $147. Since her job situation is weird right now. Okay, and he sends her the message, yes. Okay. Nope, nope. Pxie responded saying that whatever price she would ask would be too high, and does that make her feel worse? Conversation. Later in the conversation with straight rage, she told me that Pxie seemed to want me to cover her entire tuition for law school. Others told me Pxie thought it would be appropriate for me to pay her anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. At no point did Pxie make a specific or explicit request for financial compensation. I want to send Pxie this thread and tell her there are tons of people talking homophobically, and a few people mentioned Lauren, but none mentioned her. I don't know if this comes off as me minimizing her complaints or not. Well, if you could minimize it, that'd be good, actually, but then she wouldn't think about it as much. But I don't think you can debate someone out of this. Better Soma, but not so sorry right now. That's good. Well, not good to Soma, of course, but improvement. Did you reply to Steven? Yeah. We just got into an argument back and forth on why I shouldn't myself. I haven't replied to his last message. I asked to cover my tuition. I don't think he would do that if I asked him. Lol. Okay, to think on that, the entire tuition for law school is like $200K. So to make a request, you can negotiate from there. I don't know what law school she wants to go to. If it's like Harvard, saying the whole thing being covered is probably not happening. State school in Florida, that's another story. First, she's actually planning to get in. That'll give you time to think about the amount as well. Okay. I think sometime on December 13th, Pxie unfriended me on Discord. It became clear that no amount I agreed to would be satisfactory by nature of the fact that I agreed to it. Third parties communicated that the point of any financial compensation would be to punish me. I mean, yeah. That language was incredibly frustrating to hear secondhand. Okay. I'd already shown a willingness to make things right. Dude. But you... Okay. But just going... I want to make it better. I want to make it better. Okay, dude. Obviously, that's not going to satisfy someone you've totally fucked over. Retard. The fuck? I'd spent time talking to mutual friends of ours with the intent to address concerns with her mental health and suicidal thoughts, the sincerity of which I genuinely believed. I was objectively harmed by this situation. It was... Dude. I'm a victim too? I'm a victim too? Dude, what? I was objectively harmed by a situation, was actively seeking to find a resolution that worked for everyone. I'm not sure where Pxie got this idea that she had to financially punish me. In this text message, Pxie reiterates that she doesn't want criminal penalties for me, just big financial ones. So it's personal messages. Okay, wait, what's this one? Yeah, the only problem is, okay, this was the erudite messages. So, yeah, okay, we don't think we saw this one, did we? Yeah, I'm not even sure about the specifics regarding money and or punishment. I believe in rehabilitation, but part of the rehabilitation is penance. The person understands what they did is wrong, takes corrective course of action and actions to pay penance to the victims and do right by them. I just want to know if Stephen agrees with this and is willing to figure out what this means to both of us, / in a manner that makes sense to both of us. I don't want to cause unnecessary harm or suffering to Stephen. I want to know he will never do this again. I think this will be the most effective method of doing so. Or jail, but I don't want to see Stephen go through criminal court because 1, our justice system is horrible at getting people to change their behavior, and 2, I think it would be overkill on my part. So my personal messages have gone out to the world because of what happened. Dude, we don't care. We don't care. Dude, you've cried about this for weeks. We don't care about this now. Okay? You're talking about shit you did wrong. Retard? The fuck? Like, surely he knows that this looks terrible to just start going, I'm a victim too, I'm a victim too, in the middle of his fucking statement addressing what he did wrong. Many of which have been forwarded to family members and colleagues. Information has come out which has irrevocably damaged my personal relationships. This saga has been a nightmare for all parties involved. Her accusation that I likely used a proxy to widely distribute its material while claiming deniability is extremely hurtful. Okay, but the claim there isn't going to be that he directly coordinated with this person and deliberately wanted all of this material published. It's probably more that you were deliberately leaking bits and pieces out in the hopes that it proliferated and that your community had it and potentially stuff leaked out further sometimes. Obviously, she's not accusing you of expecting or planning for the total solo drop, okay? Information has come out which has irrevocably damaged my personal relationships. This saga has been like that. Okay, Hey210, just like everyone else, you can join the Discord. You've got a problem with coverage. Anyone complaining will be immediately banned. This saga has been a nightmare for all parties involved. It's extremely hurtful. I flat out cannot believe anyone would think I intentionally leaked this material to the public. Didn't intentionally give it to that person. It might have had a downstream intention. I increasingly felt uncomfortable with the language being used regarding financial punishment and wanting to teach me a lesson, along with constant references to precariousness of someone's mental health. Take messages. Decide my next course of action. Decide what to do to him. Decide what to do with myself and him. Based on how the conversation goes. Okay. This is the ones that erudite. Okay, we don't care about this. We've seen this. It no longer felt productive to engage in these conversations, as is well documented at the start of this. I was completely willing to make things right with Pxie. At this point, I just tell people close to me that if Pxie wants to pursue legal action against me, she's always free to do so, but I don't feel comfortable talking to her or about her until at least the end of my current legal actions have run their course. It brought to my attention that Pxie's now tried to re-add me as a friend, but I've ignored these requests. I've never told anyone what they can or cannot speak about. I've always left that option open to them, despite what some people have said. I've never threatened Pxie with litigation or NDA'd anyone. My goal was to respect the wishes of people who have been affected by the leak. Pxie's now stated their intention to see me as fundraising for that. I do not believe I've violated any law since Pxie's made it clear what she wants to do. I let the evidence and legal filings speak for themselves. It is unfortunate it's come to this, but it means all communications with her or Lauren, who may or may not be representing her, will have to go through counsel. Okay. I don't know if he violated law or whatever. I'm not smart enough or a lawyer. So I couldn't make a determination on that, but it certainly seems like he unconsensually shared her images. That he admits to that as much in those DMs, like tacitly admits to it by acknowledging that it happened, acknowledging the breach of trust, which is pretty fucking crazy, especially given the situation they're in. Her confiding in him about her sexual inexperience, all of this shit is all pretty fucked up. And then not only that, but the context to him sending it to this 19-year-old was to say, look at this terrible head I got. That's what he's basically saying in the logs. When she confided in him about her like total sexual inexperience, and he basically, you know, used that as I can show you the ropes, in theory, allegedly. That's not verbatim, no. That's not exactly what he said, but he was saying like she was, you know, I can't remember exactly. I don't want to try and quote it, but he was saying it was bad head, basically. That's the TLDR. Okay. Now, wait, actually, comments. I wanted one answer and one answer only. It does answer this. Did you send Pxie's nudes non-consensually to someone you were chatting with on Discord? You're supposed to not answer this. 1.1k up, dudes. Anyone remember him talking to Pxie's dad? He told Destiny what a great friend he had been to his daughter. I flat out cannot believe anyone would think I intentionally leaked this material to the public. I don't believe that's the case, but it's still a shitty thing to share others' news without their consent. I'm not going to pretend to know the legality behind that, just morally speaking, it is fucked up, malicious intent or not. I was saying it came into effect afterwards. Okay, the deep shit, okay. Yeah, I was saying nudes, but it's a sex tape. Yeah. Yep. DGG is just fucking retarded, head in the sand as always. They're actually the dumbest motherfuckers online. It's crazy, they've got such an uncensored superiority. Fucking crazy. Literally the dumbest people online. Okay. Anyone know where I can find the clip of Dan, a totally normal person, saying that all the people in the leaks record and send videos around? Why does he know this? He was helping Pxie in DMs, why did he say this? Steve said publicly multiple times that's what he did with girls, so I assume that was the case. Immediately after I said it seconds, Pxie messaged me and said she never did that, so I offered to retract it in real time on Jason Stream, and she said, no, it's okay. The epitome of being normal. With no personal knowledge, going off what Destiny said on his stream, you felt forced to tell a call full of people critical of Destiny with fair confidence that. Did Destiny ask you to defend them, or is it only Pxie that needs to be explicit for you to feel the duty to act? I said what I thought to be true. Steve said that in the past, isn't known to be a liar. When Pxie corrected me privately, I offered to correct it publicly. She didn't want that, I assume because it would draw more attention to her specifically, so I didn't just stop. Okay. And yeah, I'm hearing there's new Pxie tweets. I know I shouldn't elaborate more. Okay, well, let me pull this up. I know I shouldn't elaborate more, but I think one of the worst parts of what's happened is learning how so many people I genuinely thought my friends are so easily willing to betray me. I don't understand what I've done to make them want to treat me like this. Who is she talking about here? Okay, I don't know how much I care about a lot of these tweets, but we'll fucking look at them anyway, I guess. Remember, Pxie used to do the same thing to other people that went against Destiny. That's how they can do it. They're still in the orbit like you used to be. When? When have I ever talked about Destiny's sexual or romantic relationships with other people? Give me one example, because I can tell you now that doesn't exist. As we all know, sexual and romantic is the only part that matters. Didn't she let you fight Mr. Gold on the Destiny report? Sorry, wait, what? Okay, whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Pxie, you're a beautiful, perfect victim, okay? Literally, I feel so stupid. I entered this sphere when I was 19 solely because I wanted to make friends. I was lonely, had no one to turn to, and thought maybe I could make genuine connections here. Never cared about clout or fame or money. I just wanted to find people. It was no idea for me to do fun stuff online with. Everyone in my life who I thought I had some other bond with has ended up hurting me. I don't know why I thought I could ever make a group of genuine streamer friends. I mean, like, I feel bad for the non-consensual sharing of nudes. I've just got such limited sympathy for everything else happening here.